All right, the legacy of Nipsey Hussle and his family's Marathon brand is coming to the heart here of downtown Long Beach. Marathon Burger, built on the vision of community empowerment, ownership, and economic opportunity, will be open soon. NBC4's McCullough Medina is there now. Mac, give us a sneak peek.
Well, take a look at this. This is the new digs right in the middle of Pine Avenue. You can look behind me. Marathon Burger, they're still working well into the night here to make sure everything is ready for the grand opening this weekend. Marathon Burger was developed by Nipsey Hussle's brother and is backed by Long Beach and Snoop Dogg and his family, all working to keep Nipsey's vision alive and reinvest in their community.
So it's almost done.
Samuel Ashkedon, Nipsey Hussle's older brother, looks over the final touches of the newest Marathon Burger. It's a business rooted in the vision of his late brother.
Hard work, determination, nothing's gonna come easy, day by day. You know, everybody is on a marathon in their own life.
Marathon is the brand South LA native Nipsey Hussle built around his music and fashion. After his death in 2019, Samuel continued that mission with food, gourmet smash burgers. This is the fourth Marathon Burger in LA County. And tributes to Nipsey are everywhere inside, reminders of his legacy of ownership and investment into communities you come from.
That was Hussle's mission, to make sure that people know and don't lose sight of, hey, I came from here. You know, I'm a native. I grew up in the same circumstances. I went to these same schools, caught these same buses, and dealt with these same problems. And I was able to be successful.
Now, as it arrives in Long Beach, Samuel teamed up with native son Snoop Dogg and his son, joining as investors.
Snoop and his son Cordell, and introduced us to the mayor and just made it very easy for us to come into space and bring Marathon Burger to Long Beach.
When they open their doors officially on Sunday, Samuel hopes people will see the sign and think about the marathon mindset. Success isn't about speed, it's about endurance, strategy, and faith in your long-term vision.
So I do hope that when they taste the food, you know, it's a double up. They like, hold on, man, this actually is better than any other burger around.
Better than any other burger around. Now, we'll have to wait till Sunday to get a taste of that. It's going to be a star-studded event. Snoop Dogg expected to be here. Who else knows might be here? They do say expect some bigger stars as they cut the ribbon and open the doors officially this Sunday. We're live in Long Beach. I'm McCullough Medina, NBC4 News.
All right, Mac, thank you. And tomorrow, LA city leaders will rename the intersection of Crenshaw Boulevard and Slauson Avenue Nipsey Hussle Square. City leaders say this tribute just recognizes his influence on music and work in the Crenshaw community. The plaza at the intersection is home to the neighborhood Nip Foundation, continuing the legacy he built.
Shots are being fired right now. Shots are being fired.
What night that, bro? I don't know if I'm shot.
Go.
It was supposed to be a day of triumph, a day filled with music, laughter, and the smell of fresh food drifting through downtown Long Beach. A grand opening, a legacy moment. Hundreds gathered to celebrate the newest Marathon Burger location, a brand built on ownership, pride, and the vision of Nipsey Hussle and his brother, Black Sam. Families stood in line, cameras flashed, smiles stretched wide, and then something changed. The energy shifted, not all at once, but just enough. At 3:30 in the afternoon, in broad daylight, just half a block away from the celebration near Broadway and Pine Avenue, a sound cut through the noise, a sharp crack, then another, and suddenly joy turned into confusion. Confusion turned into fear, and fear turned into chaos.
First, breaking news in Long Beach. New video tonight does show the aftermath of a deadly shooting near an event for the opening of a new Marathon Burger. You can see the people running in the streets there.
Police say multiple people were shot. One person was killed. The gunfire apparently happened outside of a parking structure on Broadway and Pine, about a half block away from the Marathon Burger grand opening. We talked to a person who heard the gunfire.
We heard like 13 shots. Supposed to be a grand opening, supposed to be a good thing for people to come out, from a guy trying to do something for the community and jobs and all that. So something like this had happened. It's terrible.
An organizer for the grand opening says the incident was not connected to the event. It's unclear, though, exactly how many people were shot. But again, Long Beach police say one person was killed.
At first, people weren't sure what they heard. In the city used to noise, one sharp sound can be mistaken for anything. A car backfiring, a dropped object, fireworks somewhere in the distance. But when you see a crowd begin to run, you don't wait for confirmation. Witnesses described it as a wave, one side of the crowd moving fast, then the other side shifting direction. A ripple of panic spread through hundreds of people who, just seconds earlier, were celebrating. Eric Van Dyke, a relative of Nipsey Hussle, was there. He saw it unfold in real time. When you see a mass of people running, he later said, you know something's going on. No one gave instructions. No one organized the movement. Instinct took over. Some ran towards safety. Others froze. And somewhere in the distance, someone shouted the word nobody wanted to hear. Gunshots. That's when the realization set in. This wasn't confusion. This was real.
Now to developing news in Long Beach, where one person is dead and 2 others are injured after gunfire disrupts the grand opening of a restaurant founded by the family of late rapper Nipsey Hussle. Now, the opening ceremony was attended by the Long Beach mayor, Rex Richardson. Rapper Snoop Dogg was there.
And tonight, law enforcement remains on the scene there as a search for a suspect. KTLA's Rachel Benetoff is live in Long Beach with the latest developments tonight. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Karine. Hi, Rick. Yes, the circumstances surrounding the shooting, a motive or information about a suspect or suspects isn't known right now. What we can see is this large police presence in the heart of downtown Long Beach at Pine and Broadway. We're right near the convention center. A lot of people out and about tonight. And as you mentioned, this was supposed to be a day of celebration, the opening of a brand new restaurant, and instead it ended in gunfire. One person is dead, 2 others are injured after a daytime shooting in downtown Long Beach. It happened around 3:30 Sunday afternoon near the late rapper Nipsey Hussle's Marathon Burger restaurant around the time of its grand opening at a new location on West Pine.
We're here at Marathon Burger here in the city of Long Beach.
Long Beach Mayor Rex Richardson posted the celebratory ribbon cutting to his Instagram account. Long lines of people gathered outside to watch. Snoop Dogg, a financial partner in the fast food chain, was also there. He's been influential in bringing the eatery to Long Beach, now its 3rd location. Not too long after this, and about a half a mile away, witnesses say shots rang out.
Shots are being fired right now.
More people are running about 10, 15 seconds later. The whole wave of people that ran down there ran all the way back. It was literally chaos for like 10, 15 seconds. I ducked behind one of the little boards that you take photos on right there.
3 people in total were taken to the hospital. That's where one person died. 2 others are apparently in stable condition. A spokesperson for Marathon Burger says the shooting wasn't connected to the event and the opening proceeded safely and without issue.
You would hope that this would actually bring the community together. Let's not let this, event or situation, discredit anything good that happened today.
And according to police, no one is in custody right now. The mayor of Long Beach condemned the shooting, saying he will not allow violence to define the downtown area or undermine the progress that they're making.
Police would later confirm what many already feared. Gunfire erupted just outside the perimeter that had been blocked off for the event. Close enough to hear, close enough to feel, but technically outside the celebration itself. 3 men were hit, 3 lives instantly altered. They were rushed to the hospital. Sirens cut through the afternoon air. The festive music that had filled the streets earlier was now drowned out by flashing lights and police commands. One of the victims wouldn't survive. The other two remained in stable condition, but the question lingered, why here? Why now? The grand opening wasn't random. It carried weight, symbolism, history. The Marathon brand represented more than food. It represented resilience, ownership, a movement that began in South Los Angeles and grew into something larger than music. And now, on a day meant to honor that legacy, violence had crept back into the story. It was disappointing, Van Dyke said. Not angry, not shocked, just disappointed. Because this was meant to be a happy occasion, a continuation of something positive. A nearby resident named 7 echoed the same feeling. We're here to honor Nipsey Hussle, he said. That's not what he would have wanted. And that sentiment hung heavy in the air. The irony was impossible to ignore. Just one day earlier, hundreds had gathered in South Los Angeles as the city officially renamed the intersection of Slauson and Crenshaw, now known as Nipsey Hussle Square.
Lord. Okay, I'm gonna be really quick. It's a short story. When me and Nip first started dating, we would drive by over here and he would be like, you know, Boogie, one day they gonna name this whole section after me. And here we are today. So thank you all for showing up. Thank you to our family for being strong and beautiful and inspiring me. So God bless you all and peace and love.
I say all that to say how important this parking lot is and how important this corner is, from little kids to ownership, and even what happened to my brother in this parking lot. I think that his spirit and his soul is here in this section. Yeah, and it's an honor for the city and the people to rename this location Nipsey Hussle Square. It means a lot to us. I know it means a lot to bro. And the last thing I'm gonna say, man, bro wanted to inspire people. Many a times we had conversations about what was going on. And it was like, bro, we gotta move and we gotta put the store somewhere else. There's too much going on. I'm catching cases, going to jail, dealing with all type of hood politics, getting into it, you know, regular shit that people go through. And Hustle's like, bro, we opening this first store here. We could put the second one somewhere else. We opening this first Marathon store here because my has to inspire.
Everybody loud so all the haters can hear us. Let's start at 10, 9, 8,
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
City of Los Angeles is officially dedicating the intersection of Crenshaw Boulevard and Slauson Avenue as Nipsey Hussle Square this morning.
Yeah, the late rapper is being honored for his cultural influence and contributions to the community. CBS LA's Elise Martinez is live in the Crenshaw district at the intersection where this dedication is going to take place. Elise, are people starting to show up? What's it looking like over there?
Good morning. Nobody's starting to show up quite yet, but they are expecting thousands of people here at this intersection. Take a look behind me. That is the plaque that is set to be unveiled here at the intersection of Crenshaw and Slauson. This intersection will soon be known as Nipsey Hussle Square. The sign dedication ceremony starts at 10 a.m. Black Sam, Hussle's brother and CEO of the Marathon brand, will be in attendance along with several local leaders, including LA City Council President Marquise Harris Dawson. Now, Hussle was born in South LA. He spoke about his life growing up here in the Crenshaw district. In 2019, though, he was gunned down outside of his clothing store, Marathon Clothing, located just about a half a block away from where we are right now at the intersection intersection of Crenshaw Boulevard and Slauson Avenue. And back out here live, they're going to start shutting down the street momentarily, shutting down the entire block from Slauson to Lionhurst. And then they are expecting, as we mentioned, thousands of people. The post on social media, I was talking to one of the PR people for the city. They said that 50,000 people liked that post, so they're expecting big crowds today for this dedication of this intersection that will be known as Nipsey Hussle Square. Going to send it back to you.
A permanent tribute, a symbol of impact, a reminder that legacy can outlive tragedy. And yet, less than 24 hours later, gunfire once again surrounded his name. Not directly connected, at least that's what officials would later say. But symbolism doesn't ask for permission, it just exists. Long Beach police confirmed no suspects were in custody. The investigation remained ongoing. Investigators did not say whether the shooting was connected to the event. A spokesperson for Marathon Burger made it clear the incident was not related to the restaurant's debut, but unanswered questions create their own kind of tension. Was it random? Was it targeted? Was it coincidence? Or was it something more? Sometimes what's most unsettling isn't what we know, it's what we don't. Here's where the story takes an unexpected turn. Despite the crime scene tape just outside the front door, despite investigators working steps away, the restaurant continued to take orders. Inside, customers still lined up. Burgers were still being made. Receipts were still printing. The opening was, by all business measures, a success. But just beyond the glass, flashing lights reflected off windows meant to showcase a new beginning. Celebration and tragedy existed side by side, two realities sharing the same block. One man had lost his life, two others were recovering, and hundreds of people would go home that night replaying those moments in their heads. The running, the shouting, the sudden fear. How quickly everything changed, how fragile a celebration can be. There's something haunting about timing. A grand opening meant to symbolize progress, a city honoring a life lost too soon, and then violence returns to the frame, not necessarily connected, but impossible to separate emotionally. Nipsey Hussle's name has always carried weight, representing transformation in communities that often struggle with cycles of violence. The Marathon brand stands for forward motion, ownership, building instead of destroying. Yet Sunday's shooting reminded everyone in attendance of an uncomfortable truth. Progress doesn't ease reality overnight, and legacy doesn't shield a moment from chaos. Investigations take time. Details emerge slowly. Sometimes weeks pass before clarity arrives, and sometimes clarity never fully comes. For now, there are only fragments. Gunfire at 3:30 p.m. 3 men struck, 1 life lost, no suspects in custody, an opening that continued despite it all, and a community left trying to process how celebration and tragedy can occupy the same space. What was meant to be a joyful chapter in a growing legacy became something more complicated. A reminder that even in moments of progress, tension can linger beneath the surface. As investigators continue searching for answers, one question remains at the center of it all. Was this simply a tragic coincidence, or something that reveals deeper cracks in the story? For now, downtown Long Beach carries both memories. The cheers of a grand opening and the echoes of gunfire. 2 sounds, 1 afternoon, and a legacy that continues forward even when the path is shaken. Because if there's one message tied to the Marathon name, it's this: the movement doesn't stop, even when the celebration does. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's the crazy story of the Long Beach Marathon Burger grand opening with the shooting that occurred at the same time. Hey, man, get in that comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Long live Nip, man. Hey, man, drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!